Are you a manufacturing company looking to upgrade your machining center? Look no further than Grove's Mill and Turn 5-axis machines that are in a league of their own. With a unique retractable spindle, it virtually eliminates the chance for collisions while requiring less floor space. Our versatile machines offer more standard options with a wide range of automation, all at an affordable cost. Choose Grove's Mill and Turn 5-axis machines. Go to grovegroup.com to get more information. Go to grobgroup.com to get more information.
Check out great deals at Safeway. This week at Safeway, 1 pound of strawberries or 6 ounces of blueberries, raspberries, or blackberries are 3 for $12. Member price. Plus get value packs of USDA Choice Boneless Beef Tri-Tip Roast, untrimmed twin packs for $3.87 per pound with digital coupon. Limit 2 packages. And local green or red seedless grapes for the member price of $1.88 per pound. Also at Safeway, 16 ounces of Jennie-O turkey. Selected varieties are buy one, get one free. Visit Safeway.com or head in store for more deals.
Well, hello, my paranormal peeps, and welcome back to another Deep Woods Paranormal podcast. My name is Matt Harvey, along with my wife Amanda. We travel to said-to-be haunted places, look for Bigfoot, look for river monsters, lake monsters, hunt demons, and all kinds of other things. If it's paranormal in nature, we research it. Hold on a sec. Let me just throw some extra lighting over here. There we go. All right, now hopefully you guys can see me better. All right, so on this podcast, we're going to talk a little bit more about the Normandy Inn because we're planning on going back there and doing an event where we actually invite the general public to come into the house with us and investigate. If you live in Galveston or whatever, be looking for this event in, I think, probably February or March. I'm not exactly sure. We have the old San Jacinto jail that we're going to be doing an event at, where we're going to do tours there in January. We might do them in February if the January ones do well. But every month now, we're going to be doing an event where we bring the general public. We give the general public an opportunity to buy tickets and come in and investigate with us at these haunted locations. And again, the proceeds basically go back to paying for the events. We have to rent these locations out, so it's not cheap for us to do these events. And of course, we have to make a little bit of money so we can pay for gas and food and all the other expensive things that happen for these events. So anyways, if you guys are interested, keep your eye out for the Normandy Inn. Let's talk about this a little bit deeper. So we're the only team that has been allowed permission to actually investigate the house. If you haven't seen our videos on YouTube of the house, one's a little longer, one's a little shorter. We did a preliminary go walk the house during the day. We had activity. Some kind of apparition showed up on camera. We couldn't see it with our own eyes, but we could definitely see it on camera. Doors open, stuff like that. And I'll show you in just a second. And then we had our night investigation. I think we did a Saturday and Sunday night investigation, which is unusual for us. Normally we do Friday and Saturday nights, but Saturday night we had the full team there. I think we had 8 people with us, and we had almost next to no activity that we knew of. There was very little happening. A few things came through the spirit box. As I was setting up, I don't know if I put this video on YouTube or not. I heard what sounded like somebody come in. And I looked down there, and I was in the process of setting. I had no cameras up yet. I had all this gear, just tables of gear set out everywhere for everybody to use. And so I went through and I looked at the door, and it was closed. So I didn't realize until after we caught the door open on the end of the other video by itself and close after 2 little kids' heads bombed by, and I'll show that to you in just a second here. That had actually happened. If you're listening to this podcast, you're welcome to come over to our YouTube channel, Deep Woods Paranormal, and watch this as well. Or you can just go back and watch the Normandy Inn The first night, we didn't have a lot of activity. Like I said, I figured out that because the house hadn't had any power for 13, 14 years, there's no running water, no power, no nothing in the house. It's basically just a shell of a house, of a mansion. And I think it's 18 rooms or something like that. It's not small. It's 3 stories, and you can kind of see the house behind me. I'll show you more pictures in a second. But this house has been said to be haunted. It's like one of the 10 most haunted places in Galveston. It's an amazing place. We heard a lot of stories. Oh, it's demonically haunted. Oh, well, they did sadistic stuff in there. Oh, well, they did voodoo to counter the sadism. And so, unfortunately, we didn't get to document the stuff that happened. When you first walked in, the first door, first room on the right, pretty much behind me, and let me show you some pictures here. Hold on a sec. Let me share my screen with you. Let me see. Here we go. All right, let me share this with you. Okay, so this is the Normandy Inn. This is what it looks like from the side profile. You can see it's a huge house. Here's a little bit better pictures. Let me just scroll through these. I don't want to know whose pictures these are. I'll have to give them credit in just a second. Baysider.com. Let me get out of here. So let's see. Here's what the front door used to look like. Oops. Here we go. Here's what the front door used to look like. It's all caved in now. This is back in its heyday when it was actually pretty well maintained. Let me see if there's any other pictures. There aren't any more of the pictures in here. Let's go back. But let's see. And here's the front door. This is what it looks more like now. With a lot of the windows are boarded up. It's been abandoned for 12, 13, 14 years. The last owners, unfortunately, there was hurricane, I think it was Irene or something, and that killed over 15,000 people in Galveston. And so bodies basically washed up everywhere. Supposedly they found bodies out in the yard when they were doing routine maintenance and digging trenches for new sprinkler system. They found bones. There was stories behind this saying that they used to do sadistic rituals here, and they would bring people into this house and murder them and then bury their bones on the property. That also goes back to the other place that we went. I can't remember the name of it now. The cemetery where the girls were murdered. If you want, you can go back and watch the information I talk about on that one. I don't want to get into this one. So anyway, supposedly those two were tied together. Supposedly the murders would happen here, and then they would dump the bodies in this cemetery or this open land, the killing fields. They'd dump their bodies in the killing fields. And so, we did some research. We did more and more and more and more research into this. Here's another picture of the house. I'm just looking for insides. These are not the insides. Here's another picture. As you can tell, not very many people have pictures of insides. It's pretty hollowed out, but the wood floors and everything are really nice. All right, let's get on to something else here. Okay, so this is our channel. This is the Deep Woods Paranormal channel. Before I go too far, you can now, if you're on our YouTube channel, even on our any of our podcast channels, you come on to Deep Woods Paranormal and buy us a coffee. You can choose as many as you want. It says 1, 3, 5, and then you can put your own number in there. It basically gives us a $3 donation, which helps us basically keep our channel ad free. We're going to try and make our YouTube channel ad free from here on out for you guys. Any donations are always helpful, and just help us to continue to upgrade our gear, be able to set up these events and stuff like that. So if you're interested, come over to Buy Me a Coffee, Deep Woods Para, Deep Woods SPR. The link is actually in our YouTube channel. I'll have to put the link in the podcast channel too. So, anyways, if you guys want to buy us a coffee, we appreciate it. All right, so let's get back into this. Okay, so as I said, we did a lot of research. We found out that there was no murders in the house. People did die in the house, but nobody was murdered. There was the little girl who died upstairs. She died when I believe the furnace exploded below her, and it just sent a fireball straight up and killed her. She was in the toilet room. Supposedly, the little boy, the owner's son, died of some kind of childhood illness in the house. He was only a couple months old, supposedly, when he died. And then supposedly, and this is all just speculation, I've done so much research on this place. I've talked to historical societies. No one can give me any information on this place to confirm that this actually happened or didn't happen. Supposedly, the dad was killed by the son in the house as well, and then he murdered himself. The reports in this house mainly are of seeing a woman and hearing little kids. And if you go into this our video, you can see we interviewed the caretaker of the property, and she's in there every once in a while, and she's had multiple experiences, mainly with little kids. So when we investigated this place, when we did a walk around, and I'll just play this for you real quick.
Have you?
So this is Amanda. She's upstairs. She's upstairs on the third floor. And we walked into a room, and she walked into a room, she and Aaron, who's the owner of the property, they were walking it. She was trying to explain to him what we were going to be doing, because he's not very knowledgeable of ghost hunting. And we were just kind of going through everything that was going to happen. So as they left the room, they heard a noise, and they came back in, and the door was wide open. So watch this video.
Did you hear the door open?
That's Aaron.
Yeah, but did you hear the door open?
Now this house is very drafty.
I heard the sound of what was like a doorknob being turned around.
So they're trying to figure out what happened. They're walking around trying to figure out what door opened. Now there's another section on here that I put into the regular video. This is basically giving you a look of what it looks like inside. Now watch that door on the left. That door just opened. That closet door just opened. Let me go back and I'll show this to you one more time. So watch as Aaron walks by this door. See the door? Let me replay that for you one more time. Watch the door on the left. It just closed. Doors closing in this place seem to be something that happens a lot. All right, let's go into a different video. So let me close this. All right, so this is our full video from the Normandy Inn. If you'd like to go on here and watch this, we appreciate it. If you want to like and subscribe, we appreciate it. If you just want to subscribe to our podcast, that is also appreciated. So let me play this for you. Let me turn this down some. I did a little bit of too loud on the Normandy Inn, the music. So this is us starting the investigation. Spent a lot of time basically on my own. This is Eric and Jason, Amanda's brother. Eric is a friend. This is one of the most haunted cemeteries in Galveston. So what you're seeing in this door, Amanda's describing something that she and a friend of hers had experienced. They saw a man appear in this doorway as they were sitting over here next to the stairs. In front of the house. A couple of our other investigators with us. So this upstairs, we were playing hide go seek with some little kids. It was really cool. They were coming down. We could see them at the end of the hallway. We could see these little outlines of something, and all three of us could actually kind of see them, which was crazy. So I set a K2 meter down, and I said, "Can you come down this way?" And I set the camera down there, and K2 started lighting up according to our questions. So this is the back of the Normandy Inn. A lot of things happened. So this was just a cool investigation. There's a lady that's always seen in windows. This is upstairs. This is the first night. We didn't have a lot of stuff happen. Now, as we're standing there, I said something. I can't remember exactly what I said, but a male responded, "I'm coming up now." So we figured out that there was 4 entities that live in this house. It's like a family. There's adult male, adult female. She seems to be the dominant one in this house. And there's 2 little kids. There is no demonic haunt in this house. Anybody that tells you there's a demonic haunt in this house is crazy. There is no, leftover voodoo, whatever. Maybe the voodoo got rid of the satanic stuff. There's never been any murders that we can officially say happened in this house. There's been deaths, like I said. I think there's been 3 or 4 deaths at least in this house. And then during the flood, I told you guys about the hurricane. The flood waters came up about 13, 14 feet into the house, basically submerging the bottom floor. And it caused the previous owners to go bankrupt. They could not afford to fix the house back up, put it back together the way it should have been. Now, this place has also been a retirement home. So, and I couldn't find any deaths listed, but I've been told there's a couple of people that basically died of natural causes or whatever, from old age or whatever, in the house. We didn't encounter any elderly people. Seems like the only people we encountered were those 4 entities, the male, the female, and the 2 kids. And then supposedly there was somebody else that died in the house. But it was also a boarding house for kids at one point. So it's been a lot of different things. It started out as a hotel, then it became a boarding house, then it became a retirement community for older people, and then it basically sat dormant for about 10 years. And then it was restored back in the early, I want to say it was the 70s, maybe the 80s. And then essentially they...
Why is Instacart the holiday rescue app? Because you can get all your seasonal decor delivered instead of having to drive to 12 different stores. Candles and candy canes? Delivered. Wreaths and reindeer? Delivered. Lights from Lowe's? Delivered. And since I know you're going to ask, inflatable snowman? Delivered. So this season, stay in and get decked out. Download Instacart, the holiday rescue app, to get free delivery on your first 3 orders. Offer valid for a limited time. $10 minimum per order. Additional terms apply.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper? A woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver. I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Like I said, the flood happened in the early 80s, late 80s, I think, killing all those people. And there was bodies just all over the place in Galveston. So, take all this with a grain of salt. Who knows? But essentially, then basically, it just basically got bought by the current owner, which is Aaron's dad. Aaron is currently a partial owner or something like that. So he has the right to get us into those locations. And then essentially we got to investigate the place three nights in a row, essentially. I think we first went there Thursday, and then we investigated Friday night, Saturday night. I was originally going to stay in the house, but it was too warm, and there was reports of people breaking in and stuff like that. So it was highly publicized. We may do a sleepover at this place. If we get enough interest in the Normandy Inn in Galveston, we will possibly set up an overnight where people can come stay with us overnight. You'll have to bring everything you need. The restrooms will not be readily available because there's no running water or anything in this place. All right, so let's get back to this. Let me skip through this video. All right, so here is. Let me play this for you. This is the caretaker. Forgive me, I forgot her name. I think this is the second story, but she's talking about what happens up in these areas. Let me turn this back up for you.
Again, it was rough, but this door will close on its own when you're here at night.
Oh.
It'll slam shut. See?
Again, more reports of doors closing and opening on their own. It seems to be something that happens a lot in this house. Now, it is drafty. Yes, the windows are old. Yes, there's broken windows. Yes, the windows pour through here, but not. These doors are heavy. They're solid wood. They don't just move real easy on their own. Some of them do. We discredited those, when we first started. I think this is one of the doors that we figured out the wind was blowing it open and shut. But there's other doors, like you saw, where Aaron and Amanda were in that area and nothing happened. I mean, no wind came through or anything like that. That door just closed as Aaron walked by. Like something was like, oh, nope, don't want to be seen. So,
wow. And that's what scared me the first time.
Let's listen to her a little bit more.
Because I thought someone was in here. Everyone's going here.
Okay, so you see this weird blue something or other in the middle? If you look through here, right in this area, if you're watching this video, you can see some sort of an outline. To the left, this door here, this is where that little girl, oh my gosh, I'm getting goosebumps like crazy on my arms. This is where that little girl supposedly died. No, we know she died. She died in the furnace explosion in this bathroom here. So one of the reports is of hearing little kids playing on the second and third floor. This is the second level. And we don't know where this light and where this, whatever this is coming from. But we documented it. This is actually shot with a GoPro. It wasn't shot with any kind of night vision technology. It was just shot with a GoPro.
That's especially on the third floor.
Now watch it move. See it move? As she comes closer to it, it moves away. And it continues on, and it just walks away. It's weird. I have no idea what caused that light. We looked. We checked the lighting. We checked everything, and we couldn't find a reason for it. We tried to recreate it. Couldn't recreate it. So this is a third level, I believe. So you can see the light coming in on the door. Let me go back just a tad as she walks up onto the third level. I wanted you guys to be able to see the difference between that bluish light and the light coming in there. So you see the light coming in on the floor. It's not blue, it's just regular. Okay, so you look down here, there's a lot of light coming through here. This does not look anything like what that other bluish thing did look like, that circular thing. And it also doesn't move. It stays stationary as I walk by it. So you can see the window reflecting in, and it doesn't move. So this is an area, I believe this used to be the owner's bedroom, and the room adjoining it to the right there is where the little boy died of childhood illness.
Cool. And then look how it's preserved all that wood is.
You can see the hardwood floors are original. All this stuff's original. So this is one of the bedrooms that's supposed to be haunted by the little kid. Now, when we were upstairs, when we were downstairs, we could hear like walking around. You could hear people walking around. Some of it sounded like a heavy footstep, and some of it sounded more like, softer, like a little kid's running around, like playing.
I feel like as soon as we got up into this area, it feels like a pressure on my chest.
Right.
That's usually how I.
Now, by pressure on my chest, I mean like a sadness, like something bad happened here. And I believe it's because the little kid died. I don't want to show you this whole video. I'm going to scroll through here and move on. I talk about things that happened. We did a full investigation. Jason, Eric, and I, and then the girls did their own investigation as well. Throughout the house, throughout the night, we just did a lot of stuff and absolutely no activity. So, well, we didn't have a lot of activity. Let me put it that way. It was quiet. We did get some EVPs. We did get some things that happened. This is us sitting upstairs. So basically you hear downstairs here. Let me play this for you.
Something that stepped out of the doorway down there.
So I just seen something.
Are you in the doorway down there on the left?
So essentially the spirit box, and this is just my interpretation of it, it's not as clear as we were hearing. It said, it said it's coming. And then I saw somebody at the end of the hallway duck out from one of the doors. And I said, is that you? And it said, it's me, which was cool. All right, so let's keep going past all this. So we wrapped up our investigation for that night without very much activity. This is Amanda describing what she saw in this doorway. And then, so we went back and we basically did an EVP session. What I did was I went through and I put out as many EM pumps as I could throughout the house. We left them running for like 4 hours. We went and had lunch and all kinds of stuff and came back, and the house felt completely different. And so we believe this is when we started communicating with the little kids. I'm not going to play this for you, but we had multiple K2 hits. We both had personal experiences. Here you can see us, we're both getting chills. We're both feeling like there's somebody around us. And then as we went, the activity just picked up as the day went on. And the more and more activity we had, Amanda came in. And we had more stuff happen. So I basically described what happens the whole time. This is us playing hide and seek with the little kids on the second level. This is the first floor. This is as you walk in. Watch this door. This door is a heavy door. It's hard to open. It sticks and it's hard to open. They were in the process of boarding up the windows and stuff. The house, like I said, is not in the greatest condition. If you guys want to come out, we'll probably have people have to sign waivers saying they understand that they're taking the risk of coming into this house. But most of the floors are solid. It's just every once in a while, there's a chance to get hurt if you're not careful. It is dark in the house at night, so Let me play this for you. So let me tell you what was going on here. And mainly you want to watch this door. We were in the process of picking up, and I asked everybody to go basically walk through the house, and I think they went to the second and third story. So there's nobody on the first floor with me at all. And they essentially were just checking to make sure there's no gear left. I left the EM pumps out all over the place, so I wanted to make sure all this got picked up. We didn't leave any K2s or any audio recorders running or any cameras sitting out. We had DVR cameras sitting through the place. This is not a DVR camera. This was our normal camera. So just listen. I put the spirit box right underneath where the camera was, and it was on a tripod. And for some reason, I just faced it down there. And as I'm packing up, this female voice starts coming through more and more clearly. I didn't understand her at the point in time. I couldn't understand her. We have a better speaker now. But if you get a spirit box, I would recommend you get one of the newer ones. They have much clearer tones that come through. You can understand a little bit better. I have an older one, just because the new ones were not out at that point in time. But I'd highly recommend, if you're going to get a spirit box, get the newer one. Anyways, so this is what happens. That's that female.
Wow, we got a lot more active. You not want us to leave? Okay, so that's a 3 AM pump here, and I got the spirit box stuff going because they're chatting all over the place. So there's like different male voices. They're trying to talk.
So I believe she says go at this point. She just wanted us out of her house. And, we respected her wishes. We left. We have not been back since. Aaron's made sure the house has been completely secure and stuff like that. We just, we were trying to respect the spirits. Whatever. We respect them. We don't want to push them or make them angry or make them feel uncomfortable. So as I continue to talk, the spirit box continued to squawk back at me and stuff like that. So watch the door behind me. There's nobody there. See, that door just flew right open. There's nobody there. And basically there was nobody out in front. And in a previous video, you have to watch this whole thing. If you watch, you'll see two heads like bob by. There's nobody in the doorway. You just see two little kids come out of this room, go across, and go into the other room. You see just two little heads bob by before this happens. But anyways, you guys can go back and watch for that.
Okay.
Watch it close. It just slammed shut.
Communicating with more. I was going to talk about this like some training thing. So, they're doing quick thermal sweep upstairs, and then we're going to take off here.
I was clueless at this point. I had no idea this had even happened. And that door slammed hard. That is a heavy door. I can see, somebody saying, oh, well, it just was the wind that blew it open. What the hell closed it? What slammed that door shut? There wasn't any crosswinds. There was no wind coming through that area. There's no broken windows down in this area. At this point, there may be now, but I was like, what in the hell? I thought it was them upstairs. So you can hear me ask.
What have we done?
They all said no. So it wasn't until I went back and watched this to break down the evidence that I saw this, and I was just like, I could not believe it, especially that we documented this. So you can see there's nobody there. There's nobody in the doorway. That's a window. You would be able to see somebody clearly through there. Essentially, right before that door slams shut, it says, you need to go. You need to leave. Female voices went nuts.
Hello, we heard you.
Okay, so that's where I'm going to stop this. So you guys can watch the rest of this. It's a pretty cool video. I'm going to close this back to, again, buy me a coffee if you'd like to, guys. Would like to do that. That's on our Deep Wood page. On our right here, you can click on the link here, and you can buy us a coffee. We really appreciate it if you do. No, there's no pressure to do that at all. But anyways, so that's the Normandy Inn in a nutshell. That's where we're at. We definitely want to let's stop sharing my screen now. There we go. So we're definitely going to be going back. We just don't know when. We have to work out all the details. That house, once it had energy, basically for them to use to manifest in whatever way, be it coming through the spirit box or creating an EVP or opening and closing doors. Once they had enough energy to do that, they seemed to do it at will. And they were fine with just showing us, hey, we don't want you here. This is our house. You need to get out. So I think they were just tired of being asked questions and stuff like that. And then the mom seemed to have left and come back. I don't know if the spirit's going to leave. Maybe she stays on the ground somewhere, or maybe she just went dormant. Now, the house next to it, we talked to the gentleman that owns the house next to it. He also has paranormal activity. Stuff like faucets turning on and off on their own. Bath, he said the toilets flush on their own. He hears footsteps. He hears voices and sees people. So anyways, that's upcoming, the Normandy Inn. This is the Anything Goes Paranormal podcast for usually on Monday. Now we're just going to start creating whatever. We usually post Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Unfortunately, with the schedule being all over the place and the holidays and everything going on, things are just crazy. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. That's my work, and you have a good one.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Check out great deals at Safeway. This week at Safeway, 1 pound of strawberries or 6 ounces of blueberries, raspberries, or blackberries are 3 for $12. Member price. Plus get value packs of USDA Choice boneless beef tri-tip roast, untrimmed twin packs for $3.87 per pound with digital coupon. Limit 2 packages. And local green or red seedless grapes for the member price of $1.88 per pound. Also at Safeway, 16 ounces of Jenny O turkey. Selected varieties are buy one, get one free. Visit Safeway.com or head in store for more deals.